Yeah, so the 10 tribes on down, all right, came over on this side of the world. All right, say they didn't come, right, before Christopher Columbus had came over here. All right, once the Christopher Columbus came over here, he enslaved those people. All right, he took those people on slave ships, which is documented. All right, I'm about to get it. All right, he took them on slave ships, to the other side of the world, to Spain and Europe and so forth. Hold on. All right, first question is first. All right, what's your nationality, Eric?
I'm Gad myself.
You Gad?
I'm just Gad.
So your father comes from the tribe of Gad? So your biological father comes from the tribe of Gad. All right, so they would call him a Native American, right?
Yeah, we come up in
right. Yeah. So you know what the word on the Indian stands for?
No, I don't.
No. So the so-called white man or the conquistadors had came over here in 1492. All right, so they seen the Native Americans and they called them servants. All right, another word for servant is Indian, all right, or slave. That's just another word for a slave. Okay, who else was a slave?
That's the first I ever heard of that.
Yeah, I know. All right, because history ain't being taught to us in the public school system. All right, we got to dig and actually find out on our history. That's why it's called history.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, though.
Right?
Basically, you're saying we the 12 tribes of Israel.
We were what? Well, hold on, Eric. Hold on, bro. You said something heavy right there.
Basically, you're saying we the Israelites.
But how do we know that? Can you prove that? If somebody asks you to prove that we are the 12 tribes of Israel, how would you prove that? See, your sister's about to come up here too, Eric. All right, I'm about to put you on the spot.
That's a good point, because they know they're Israel too.
Okay. So they understand that they're Israel. Sis, you understand you're Israel? All right, I'm from what tribes? Sis, what tribe you from? Because I'm talking to Eric. Over here on this sign, right here, sis. Over here on this sign. All right, I know that light bright. So what tribe you come from? So this is the 12 tribes right here.
To be truthful, a lot of people over here don't even know, bro. A lot of us over here calling ourselves Judah.
Yeah.
But really, we come from Gad and Reuben.
Okay, how can we be for sure that we come from the tribe of Judah?
Like I said, they got all this other stuff. They ain't got that one slave.
Oh, are you for real?
Yeah, I mean, they got one place that you can find over here. And like I said, we are the truth. I say, man, about 80. I might be going a little far, but let's say 7,
Okay, that's a little less. All right, the true American Indians. But in 1619, what happened? It was to the Atlantic slave trade. All right, the Atlantic slave trade. All right, the slaves from the west coast of Africa was brought over here to this land. All right, those the brothers and sisters was the Israelites as well. All right, that did happen. Okay, through the slave trade.
But where the slave ship at, though? They got all these dinosaur bones. They got all this other stuff.
So have you been to Mobile, Alabama? All right. So you have been to Mobile, Alabama? All right. So they got a museum over there with a slave ship. All right, of course, man, it's been a trade where slave ships was docking and then they was leaving. All right, so we was actually scattered around the world. All right, so the actual slave ships, yes. So they are there but. So what's the true point? All right, do we actually have to know according to the Bible who we are? Oh yeah. What's your nationality? Yeah, where y'all find y'all? Hold on, bruh. All right, because I'm dealing with you and I'm dealing with the sisters as well. All right, and where y'all find yourself at?
I'm American Indian.
American Indian. So you come from Gad or Reuben? Gad. You, sis? Huh? She's American Indian too. All right, so her father come from the tribe of Gad as well? All right, on how did the so-called American Indians get over here to this side of the world? Do y'all know?
He's already here.
Oh, you say that we was already here from from Adam and Eve?
No, not from Adam and Eve, but we definitely.
So how did we get over here then?
And all that other stuff.
All right, yes. All right, I do agree with you about that point. All right, the so-called American Indians was here prior to the Christopher Columbus. All right, but what's the origin on how do we get over here?
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
See, that's important right there. That's important history. Because the white man said they came through the Bering Strait. All right, all the land was frozen, and they just walked for all these hundreds of miles.
All I know, my grandma.
What does the Bible say? Huh?
My grandma told me when I was 6, man, my grandma was trading up on the plantation.
So you skipping ahead. So we finna get that origin. All right, let's see how these tribes of Gad came over to this side of the world according to the Bible.
And Reuben.
All right, and Reuben and the whole northern kingdom. Read that. Second Esdras.
I want y'all to pay attention.
The book of Second Esdras, chapter 13, and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of O.C. the king.
So do y'all know anything about the Bible? The history of the Bible?
I know the Bible, but I ain't.
You know the history of the Bible. So you say you know the Bible, do you know the history?
I mean, I don't mess with it on no period.
Okay, see, that's your first problem, bro. I'm telling you straight. All right, it's on a long history of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, on the kings. All right, there was a split between the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom.
Right.
All right, the southern kingdom made up these first 3 tribes. All right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right, so they split away from the northern kingdom, was made up Ephraim and so forth. All right, it was a split. All right, because the northern kingdom went off in idolatry. Okay, read that again.
Second Esdras, chapter 13, verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of O.C. the king, whom Salmanessar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they unto another land.
So this was during that Assyrian captivity. All right, and when we was on the captive to the Assyrians, read.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
So Gad and Reuben and the rest of the northern kingdom had took captive coming out of captivity or slavery from the Assyrians. All right, and so they gathered together and said, hey, what we gonna do going forward? So let's see what the Bible say. Read that.
And go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
So they said that we're gonna go further. All right, and once we get out of this the slavery that we've been in, all right, we're gonna go further where ain't nobody ever dwelt before. So let's see what that land is.
That they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
So what their plan was?
That they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
So the plan of the northern kingdom, who separated from the southern kingdom, was to go forth to keep the laws of God. So that's when you see the Native Americans when they had the fringes on the bottom of their garments. Do y'all know what fringes is? Hey, give me that sign so they see. Hold that sign up. See, this right here is on the proof that the northern kingdom had kept the laws of God. All right, because they had the fringes on the bottom of their garment. So on the same fringes the prophets have today. All right, read on.
Verse 42, that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Read.
And they entered into Euphrates.
So God is actually detailing the path that they went through. All right, so they came down from the north of Africa. All right, on the east side of Africa. So they went through the Euphrates River. Read.
They entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river.
Read.
For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over.
So what is the flood? Another word for flood is oceans. Oceans. All right, and so he is showing how they actually sailed over here. All right, on that part of Africa, and they went around the southern horn of Africa. Read.
For through that country was a great way to go.
How long did it take them?
Namely, of a year and a half.
How long?
A year and a half.
Read.
And the same region is called Arsareth.
So what was the land that they came to name?
Called Arsareth.
Called Arsareth. All right, give me that on the definition in the Zonovan real quick on Arsareth.
So would that be the so-called Americans? But my thing.
Hold on. No, say that again. Hold on, bro.
Would that be so-called
Eric, hold on.
America?
Say it again.
Would that be so-called America?
It ain't so-called America. It is America. So God is saying, so they came from Africa and they sailed around that continent on the bottom and they passed on through the oceans, and it took a year and a half, and they came to this side of the world, which is called Arsareth or Americas.
Sort of Ephraim, right?
Yeah.
Down.
Ephraim is the head tribe of the northern kingdom. All right, and he was the leader.
Right.
All right, and so that tribe right there had guided the rest of them tribes right there over to this side of the world. But it was a remnant still left over there. All right, there was still a small portion over there. Okay.
I know the Mexico. So you say all these people came over here?
Yeah, so the 10 tribes on down, all right, came over on this side of the world. All right, say they didn't come, right, before Christopher Columbus had came over here. All right, once the Christopher Columbus came over here, he enslaved those people. All right, he took those people on slave ships, which is documented. I'm about to get it. All right, he took them on slave ships, to the other side of the world, to Spain and Europe and so forth. You understand?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.